Today we're taking a look at one of the most feature-packed BMW mods available for BeamNG.drive, the 2015 to 2020 BMW M4 F82 with a fully working CarPlay system. I've reviewed plenty of premium mods on this channel, but this one is a little different. Because when you first look at it, you might think it's just another detailed BMW mod with a nice exterior and good driving physics. But once you actually get inside and start interacting with the car, you realize there's a lot more going on. This mod isn't only focused on how the car looks or how fast it can go. A huge amount of work has gone into making the interior functional, with working controls, electronics, comfort features, and even a fully interactive infotainment system. So today, we're going to take a proper look at everything this F82 M4 has to offer, starting from the outside and slowly working our way into the details that make this mod special. Let's start with the exterior. Right away, the model looks extremely close to the real F82 M4. The proportions are accurate, the body lines are clean, and the overall shape has that unmistakable M4 appearance. The front end looks aggressive without being overdone, with the signature BMW kidney grills, detailed headlights, realistic badges, and carefully modeled body panels. Moving around the car, you can see plenty of smaller details as well. The mirrors, door handles, rear lights, exhaust tips, wheels, carbon fiber elements, and other exterior components all help make the car feel like a proper recreation rather than a generic sports car. And depending on the configuration you're using, you can change the overall appearance to create something more stock-looking or build a much more aggressive street or track setup. The animations are also nicely done. The doors open and close naturally. The hood can be opened to reveal the engine bay, and the trunk is also functional. These might seem like small things, but when you're reviewing a mod like this, those details really help make the vehicle feel complete. Now let's move inside, because this is where the F82 really starts to separate itself from most BeamNG mods. The interior is extremely detailed. The dashboard, steering wheel, seats, carbon trim, center console, instrument cluster, buttons, and displays all have a high level of detail. The leather, plastic, metal, and carbon fiber textures give the cabin a much more realistic appearance, especially when you're driving from the first-person camera. But the biggest difference is that this isn't just a beautiful static interior. A lot of the controls actually work, and that's where things get interesting. Let's start with the main attraction, the CarPlay system. Normally, when you see an infotainment screen in a BeamNG mod, there's a good chance it's simply there for decoration. You can look at it, but you can't really do anything with it. That's not the case here. This M4 features a fully interactive CarPlay-style infotainment system, and you can actually interact with the screen while sitting inside the vehicle. You can move through different menus, access different functions, and control various aspects of the car directly through the display. And one of my favorite details is that you can actually change the weather from the infotainment screen. So instead of leaving the vehicle and changing everything through the normal BeamNG interface, you can interact with the system inside the car and change the environment from there. It's a small feature, but it's the kind of thing that makes you forget you're driving a game mod for a moment. The screen isn't just something that looks good in a screenshot. You're actually using it. And when you combine that with all the other working interior features, the whole cabin starts to feel much more alive. Moving down from the screen, we have the climate control system. And yes, this is functional as well. You can interact with the climate controls and turn the air conditioning on and off. What's even better is that you can actually hear the AC and blower working when you activate it. Again, this isn't something that changes how fast the car is, and it's definitely not necessary for gameplay. But these are exactly the kinds of small details that separate a basic mod from something that feels much more premium. Now let's move down to the center console. The center console has several interactive controls, and the details continue here with the gear selector. The DCT shifter logic is functional, so moving through the different transmission positions feels much more natural. You can select reverse, neutral, and drive, and the transmission responds accordingly. You're actually interacting with the controls you'd expect to find inside an F82 M4. The car also features working power windows. Each window can be operated individually, and watching them move while sitting inside the cabin adds another nice touch of realism. The seats are also functional. You can adjust the power seats and change your seating position, which becomes especially useful when you're trying to get the perfect first-person camera position. steering column is adjustable as well, so you can change the steering position and create a more comfortable driving setup. Most creators focus on the engine, suspension, exterior, and crash physics. This mod goes much further into the actual ownership experience. And there's also a fully working parking camera. When you shift into reverse, you can actually use the rear view camera to see what's behind the car, making parking much easier and adding another realistic touch to the already feature-packed interior. Ownership experience. And we're still not finished. The steering wheel itself includes working multimedia controls, so you're able to interact with the infotainment functions without constantly moving your hands away from the wheel. The paddle shifters are functional too, so if you want to take control of the transmission yourself, you can use the paddles just like you would in the real car. There's also a working electronic handbrake, which adds another layer of realism when parking or setting the car up for certain driving situations. Even the doors have working locking functionality. You can lock and unlock the vehicle, which might sound like a very small feature, but once again, it's another example of how much attention has been given to the interior experience. And then we have some of the smaller details that you might not notice immediately. The rear seats can fold down. The sun visors are functional and foldable. There's even a working CD system where you can actually insert and eject a disc. These are the kinds of details you probably won't use every time you spawn the car. But when you discover them, they make the mod much more enjoyable to explore. When you put all these features together, you start to understand why this mod feels different. It's not just a car you spawn, drive for 5 minutes, and forget about. There's actually a lot to explore. But of course, all of these features would mean very little if the car wasn't enjoyable to drive. Now let's take it onto the road. Under the hood is the S55 twin-turbocharged inline-6, delivering strong acceleration and plenty of character through the rear-wheel drive setup. Around the city, it feels smooth and comfortable, but push it harder and the rear end becomes much more playful. Take it onto faster roads, and the M4 really shows its performance with quick acceleration, fast gear changes, and confident handling. And if the standard power isn't enough, the mod gives you plenty of tuning options. With MHD engine tuning and XHP transmission tuning, you can build everything from a clean daily driver to a seriously powerful street or track car. There are also multiple factory-inspired configurations, along with different wheels, performance setups, exterior options, and custom builds, so you're definitely not limited to one version. And of course, we had to test the crash physics. The detailed bodywork reacts nicely to impacts, with deformation across the front end, body panels, glass, wheels, and suspension components. But honestly, the biggest strength of this mod is how everything comes together. It's not just a good-looking BMW with a powerful engine. You get the working CarPlay, climate control, power seats, adjustable steering, windows, multimedia controls, paddle shifters, electronic handbrake, folding seats, sun visors, CD system, subwoofers, door locks, and even weather controls. That's what makes this M4 feel more like an actual car you can interact with, rather than just another BeamNG mod. So if you're looking for a highly detailed and feature-packed BMW experience, especially if you're an F82 fan, this one is definitely worth checking out. And that's it for today's review of the BMW M4 F82. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe for more BeamNG mod reviews, and let me know what I should review next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.